This video is made for the two purposes. One is we want to analyze whether we have to invest in gold or not. And other thing is how we can get and build this project with the data available on the web. So for first, so the first part of this can be viewable by every audience, and the next part can be viewed by those who are interested in Power BI. Hi, I'm Mohammad Adnan and welcome to my channel TAIK18. Here we discuss a lot about Power BI, Power Platform, SQL, Office, Windows and Ultrix. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started. As you can see, the overall picture on the left graph, it shows it is increasing price trend. I have taken this information from this website, the bandbazaar.com gold rate trend in India. Yeah, for your information, this analysis is only applicable for India. So let's have a look at the website. So this is a website and this is a page. I have the data from 1964 till 2020 data. So coming back here into Power BI, let's let's go one by one. The first thing is the price starts from 1964 is 63.25 per 10 grams. It means 6.325 for 1 gram of gold. It increases year by year, and sometimes it decreases here as well from 4725 to 4045 in 1998. And again it starts to go up slowly and it reaches to 31,000 for 10 grams in 2012, and it goes down slowly till 2015 to 26,343, and again it increases rapidly till 2020 is 48,000. And as per this trend, we can see the trend line is increasing year by year on an overall picture. So the forecast says for the next 10 years, give me a second. So the forecast says for the next 10 years is it's keep on increasing. By year 2030, the upper bound is for 82,000 for 10 grams and the lower is 59,000. So that's the forecast, and it clearly says that this is in increasing trend. Wait, we have a few more things to discuss before we start investing into gold. The next thing is the rolling average. As you can see, this is the rolling average for in a reverse order. If you purchased a gold 5 years ago, then now you have the returns of approximate 14.74%. That's what you have got. So if you invested your amount 10 years back, then you got 10.58. So there is slight fluctuations in that in the price during the last 10 years. So if you had amount with 15 years, you bought the gold, then you have 12.32% of revenue generation from that. So like this, the years goes beyond that. You have on an average, if you look at this average line, this comes between 11.39 and 12.18. It's almost 11.5%. So if you're going to invest in the FD or if you're just keeping your amount on the saving bank, then it will give you the returns of 6 to 8%. Whereas if you invest in gold, you can get minimum of on average 11.5%. So that's a good thing. So it is clearly says that you can invest in gold even in future as well. So if you want to go in detail here, if you look at this pricing here from year 1964, how the price fluctuates. So 63, 71, 83, 102. And if you look at the pricing here, this is a difference. And if you look at the increase in trend is 13%, 17, 22, 58, 9, 5, it goes down slowly. So 5, 5, 5, 38, 82% as well, and 7 minus 20, so it goes down in 1976, and again it keeps on increasing year by year. So slowly, let me zoom this one. So slowly, the trend is keep on increasing. Even if you look at some of the year, the price is not changed. It's still the same almost. So 3130, 3140, just 10 rupees. But it doesn't matter. The only thing is matter is if you buy for an example in this year and if you want to sell on this year, the profit will be less. So at least you have to keep your gold investment for 5 years. On this basis, this is the increase or decrease in trends in some of this one. If you look at here, in 1997 and 1998, if the prices goes down further, minus 14, then you might think it's loss for you, but actually it's not. If you keep your goal with you at least for 5 years, then for sure you will get the profit out of it. So now from 2016, it's keep on increasing 9, 4, 6, 12, and now it is 38% for the last 1 year. And even if today, if you look at the market is 48 and right now it's going around on the same phase, maybe by end of the year it will go up or go down slightly a bit. So this is all about the gold analysis. So it clearly says you can invest on the gold here. The rolling average is just a summary here for the last 10 years, and you can increase the trend here. If you want to check the percentage here, it's 12.18 percentage for the last 20 years. Now let's have a look at in depth how we can get this data and build this report into Power BI. So first of all, copy this address. I'm copying this one, going back to Power BI, and then get data from web. Paste this URL, basic is also enough, and click OK. So it gives this much of tables. Let's have a look at the first one. Yeah, this is what exactly we need. Check this one and then transform data, because this is split into two columns, then we have to combine everything into one column. So this is the table. The first thing we can give is click on remove rows and remove top rows, because the first one I don't need that. How many rows? The top one rows. Click OK. So it will remove the top one row, and then clicking on this icon and click on copy, sorry, use first row as header. The first row will shift to header and we'll get the name of the columns here. Now actually I need to bring this below, right? So I'll just right click this one and click on duplicate. Duplicating this table and selecting this one, right click here and remove columns. And then we need to rename this one just to year. And after that for here as well, just to the name, right? This is basically a 24 karat price. So now what I will do, I will just go back to the first one and click on append queries and append queries. So appending concatenate two rows from the two tables into a single one. The second table is the table 1 of 3. So clicking OK, this gives me result of 1964, and after that it adds up here. So I don't need these two columns now. I can right click here and remove columns, and now if you can see I have the null one. I'll just tick out this one and click OK. Now I have value from 1964 till 2020 data, right? Okay, so the next thing is this is in text. I need to remove the rs dot from this one. So right click this column and replace values. Rs dot replace with nothing and click OK. And this is still in text, so you just need to click on this one and then click on decimal number because it has a decimal value. So decimal number. Now this converts into a number. So everything is fine now. And you can just right click the duplicate one and disable this enable load. This will help. It will just refresh the data and useful on the append thing, and it will not load into the Power BI report. It will just do everything inside the Power Query editor itself. I made a video complete about the enable loading, disable loading. You can just go and check out that video as well. So uncheck this one. So now what will happen, you can able to see only this gold rate and then table 1 table. So I will just rename it here, gold rates 24 carat, and clicking on close and apply. Yeah, now I can see the gold rates here. So the next thing is we need to add the parameters. What if parameters? Basically we call this one. So let's go to this modeling tab, and then we have the new parameter. Clicking on this option, so you need to give it a name, years, and the data type is just the whole number. Minimum I need the value to be 0 and the maximum should be 50. The increment, so it will go, if I add 5 here, then it will say 5, 10, 15, 20, like that. And the default value, if nothing is selected, the default value should be 0. So add slicer to the page. If I do that, a new slicer will add up here, as well as a table will be created on the right side with a measure. See, a slicer is added here, and you can see on the right side a table is added here with this column and year value. Let's have a look at that. If you look at this one table, the years, it just use this tax function generate series 0 to 5 and increment is 5, 0 to 50 and the increment is 5. So it shows up here. Now on the right side we have one more thing, is the measure years value. This basically says the selected value years of years. If nothing is selected, then it's 0. So we have this one. So I'm going to click on this one, remove, because we can use the same thing here. Basically on the back, you can see a gold bar. It is basically an image which I have added here. So selecting on the blank canvas and clicking on this brush, paintbrush icon, and go to page background. I have added this gold bar.png, and then image fit is equal to fit, and the transparency set to 95. Okay, so the next thing is we can add 2 or 3 formulas that we need, which I have used here. So basically, let's go to this first one. The first thing is the difference between the previous year and current year. So if you look at this DAX here, the difference is sum of gold price minus calculate sum of gold price, comma, same period last year. This one. So here you might have wondered where the dates might have come from, right? That's a good question actually. So let's go back to this Power Query data. If you look at this first table, so we have the date column here. How we brought up is basically I use my favorite one, that is columns from example. So selecting on to this one, the working table, and go to add columns and clicking on columns from example. So this one is checked here right now. I'm going to uncheck this one. I need only the year. And what I will do here, I will just add 01 hyphen 01 hyphen 1964. So here it says date from year. The Power BI understands that I'm going to get the dates from the year column. So double clicking this one and then clicking on enter, Power BI understand and pops up the data whether whatever it has generated is correct or not. For me, that is correct. So I can just click on OK. A new date column is created here. That's an awesome thing, right? Clicking on close and apply. So that is where I have brought up the date columns from here. Because without the date column, we cannot able to get the data from previous year. So that is what I have added here, year, the price, current price, and the difference between the last month. So if you look at here, for 400, for 300 is minus 100, 4990 is plus 690. Now it's about the percentage. So percent is nothing but divide the sum of gold price, and which is the denominator, and numerator is the calculate sum of gold price, comma, the same period last year of the date, and then minus 1. So it gives me the value of this percentage, whatever it has when compared to previous year. The minus 100 is minus 2%, plus 690 is plus 16% growth. Now let's have a look at this one. Basically, I have added a line chart. In the line chart, I have added the year from this one, calendar year hierarchy. It was created automatically by Power BI. And the price is I have drag and drop here on the price section. So this gives me this golden color line by Power BI. And on top of that, I have added two things. One is the trend line. If I just enable this one, Power BI adds me this trend line. From this, I can understand that it is going on upside scale. And one more thing we have here is the forecast. The forecast is basically if I click add, it just gives me these options. I'm just referring this. I need the next 10 points of the forecast. So as we have year by year, so right now we have data till 2020. For 10 points, it will give data till 2030. And ignore last point. If you want to ignore something else, we can ignore the last point, as we don't have some incomplete information. Like if we had 2021 data and still this year is not completed, then we can use this ignore last one point. Or you can also say year. Right now we have the year data, you can set up here. So ignore last 1 year value, then it will take from 2020 to 1964 in the reverse way. And the confidence interval, so how confident you are with this data, the Power should brought up here. I said it has to be 95%. And the seasonality, if there is something like the season, like we had to define the last 6 months and then again the last 6 months, then we can define that here. And if you click on apply, then it will change these accordingly, and it gives me the forecast, the upper bound and lower bound. For an example here in 2025, this price might go on an upper limit of maximum of 67,764. The lower bound would be 51,000. But right now, if you look at the price here is 48,000 in 2020. So it means anyway, it's going up by at least 51,000 on 2025. So this is a kind of forecast. And the next thing is the rolling average. This is really a cool thing. So if you look at this rolling average calculation, the first thing is I have used the var selected year equal to selected value of this number of years. I can use this one, or even I can use this measures as well directly. Both of them is fine. So right now I have declared the variable here, so I can reuse this measure inside to this calculation. And then I'm declaring one more variable, that is percentage. It is basically what I'm doing now is I am taking this percentage value, that is divide sum of total gold price, comma, calculate sum of gold price the same period last year of this date, and minus 1. This is actually we have seen for this percentage one, right? And on top of the, I'm just using the calculate and get all this value but there is a restriction I want to apply. The filter thing is dates in period, the goal date, and the start date should be this maximum of this goal rate, that is the 2020 data, and it has to be the minus. I'm just reversing the order, so it's I'm applying the minus here and selected number of years, and come on, the value should be interval should be in year. Actually, I have a lot of things here. Instead of year, I can apply month, weeks, day. So I'm using it year now because we have yearly data. So that's why I'll take year as value here. And I'm using this minus is because it has to calculate in reverse way. For an example, in this slicer, if I select minus 5 here right now, then this will calculate only for minus 5 years. That is, if you look at the reverse way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from 2016 value to 2020 value. So it will take basically these values, and last 1 year it will take also this value from until 35. So it will divide this and it will give you this result. So what it says, the last 5 years we have got the returns of 14.74 percentage. So if you look at this same for the last 10 years, then we got 10.58 percentage. So this will be really helpful in order to analyze what if situations. So for an example, for 13 years, we got the 12.32 percentage, right? So this is cool actually. So when it comes to the formatting option, the last thing is selecting this chart and go to this paintbrush, and then you can go to this data colors. You can select the color whatever you want. I have selected this one to look like a gold color, and then on the shape here I set the stroke to 6, and the joint type is round, and line style is solid. The show marker is turned off, step level is also turned off. If I open up here, it gives me this kind of trend. I didn't like this much because of the forecast, so it is better to be this one in this way. Now coming back to this one, it's the area chart basically. Everything almost we have the same functionality, so we can use that. Data color is same, and the recent update of June 2021, they have used given this option area transparency. So we can set up this area transparency to dark to the light colors, however we want. Okay, and show all values. So you can change for single year or whatever the x-axis you have. I don't need that. And here again the shape, you can increase the line width here and the joint type, line solid, and if you want to show marker you can show up here. Right now we use that and use the like diamond symbol, and what the size of it and what's the marker color of it. If you want to enable the step layout, you can also do that. I didn't like this, so let it be this way. This is fine. And when it comes to this one, it is just a card visual I have taken up here, and the rolling average measure I have brought up here. That's it. This is by default, it comes from while creating a new parameter, it will give up the slicer, sliding slicer. And this is basically a table where I have added the year, price, different, and percentage from the table and measure whatever we have created so far. And this is basically one of the image. I have used this insert and then image from here. Let me open up this. This is an image I can add up here, and the next thing is just the text box. So insert and the text box, so we can format this, whatever the formatting options we have, we can use that. So this is all about the gold analysis and how you can get data from the web and use it into Power BI with the beautiful presentation. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, Just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.